Well, hellfire. It is RockdaRiff, and I am back for another Metalhead Envy. Today, I am checking out some more Bleed From Within. I need to look up. I have listened to Bleed From Within, uh, not an extensive amount. What track was it? There was a playthrough of theirs, I think. I can't remember if I reviewed it or watched it. Uh, it's been a minute since I checked out Bleed From Within. Uh, but their guitarists are nasty. I guess I didn't watch the playthrough on camera. This request comes from my buddy here on the channel, Oddest Dylan, who has been on my ass a little bit about doing some Bleed From Within. So, Oddest, here we are. Today is the day. We have In Place of Your Halo, and let's dive on in.
I dropped out of life, the world had failed me. But I'm not alone, and the senses ain't the same. For all these fucking years, you hid from the truth. In place of your halo, I dropped the noose.
Okay. You know what's funny? I see all these people running in here, and it makes me think of... I remember back in the day when Slipknot's Duality came out. And that was old school because it was on... The music video was on MTV one day, and I was sitting there after school. And I remember watching that, and like all those people just running into that house and tearing it the fuck up. But it looks like we're updated here. We're in a big, giant warehouse. I like the bend of that note that's kicking in right there. Nice, bro. I like the descending of that note. That little semi-note descension. Into the shadows, with the body of fear collide with the only truth and fate decides. Cut the road, and now lies over. I really do like that that little dissonant harmony chord and everything. I feel like in metal, that's always, especially in modern metal, that's always going to be like a staple now. A lot of bands do it. It's always cool, but it does fall into like it happens a lot. Another thought I had while watching this, I've done a few band jams in situations like where you're on the ground and everybody's like right there watching or jamming or playing along with you. That shit is always fun. The energy and the vibe, like, I know this is a music video, so I know it's probably a lot of cuts and it's a lot of, all right, sounds rolling, and a lot of lip syncing and guitar miming. But there and again, they could have just been playing the actual song and had multiple cameras, multiple cameramen, and just did it that way. Cool. A lot of cool different ways you could go about doing this, but in a real world settings, the phrase I'm going to use, and like I said, I don't know how this was actually done. This type of setting, jamming with the people right here, jamming with you, is so fucking fun, man. especially when everybody's vibing, everybody's fucking just enjoying themselves, and you don't have people standing over in the corner like judging you. Everybody's just fucking fucking just having a good fucking time, bro. For real. Uh, yeah, right about here is where I stop. Yeah, I'm digging In Place of Your Halo. Let's we still got a little ways to go. Let's keep rolling. Big break. Not bad. I knew that was backlight. That's fucking cool. That's fucking cool. I've been sitting here, I was looking at this character and I'm like, what the fuck's he got? And then bagpipes, bro. Alright, I'm fucking super stoked to hear this part. That was a nice little pick scrape they had in there too. And this is a little special shout out to Oddist. We've had our conversations about Gojira. I would make the argument that Gojira made the pick scrape pretty fucking famous into the metal community, of course. Anybody that's a little older, anybody that's definitely more into metal than myself, if pick scraping was a bigger thing before Gojira, I don't know. But for me, my age, my knowledge, Gojira is the king of pick scrapes. But I'd love to read a comment. If anybody knows any different, please comment below and let me know. But hell yeah, dude. I think the bagpipe's gonna be the MVP. Let's see. Nice drum roll. Yeah, I gotta give it to the bagpipe. That's pretty fucking epic. Not a bad track. Like I said, I've had discussions with Oddist and others that I know that are super big metalcore people. And I think I lean the furthest from metalcore. Like, to me, you have to have some standout elements for me to be like, oh, what is that? Uh, and definitely giving it to the bagpipes. MVP goes to the bagpipe because that's just a cool, full sounding epicness right there. I also really dig the section where everything stopped and you got the main vocalist. What did he say? Something about the noose? Drop the noose or something? Oh, drop the noose! And then that shit was cool. Good vibe, man. Good jam, good metal jam. And I do feel like Bleed From Within, out of a lot of metalcore bands I've heard, I feel like I feel like Bleed from Within is probably one of the standouts, especially watching. I can't remember what it was, a playthrough at one point, and I'm like, yo, these cats are fucking shredding. I feel like that's a lot of my thing about metalcore is that template. It's that mix and master template that I feel like is overused within that scene. And I know I like to say to myself like I love metal, man, and I really love all kinds of music, but metal's my bread and butter. And I like for when a band has like I feel like your mix and master has to be good. To be, I'm a bit spoiled. I was talking to my drummer buddy the other day, and I'm like, yo, it's like it's so hard for me to go back and listen to like that 2008, 2006 to 2009 mixing and mastering, especially nowadays when we still get, especially when we get the volume and the clarity. And I know that a lot of metalcore bands have mastered that. They've got the volume and the clarity and the punch, but then it's the I would make the argument that the individuality has kind of been muddied. But Bleed from Within is one that I'm like, oh, they got a really killer sound. I dig the vibe. But Oddest, thank you for making the request. Uh, if this ends up being your first time to the channel, please like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what your thoughts are. As always, if you're a big Bleed from Within fan, give me some trivia. I always love to learn. That's part of the one of the cool perks of doing the Metalhead Envy series is learning new things. And I would also say join the Discord. I think I'm going to start trying to promote the Discord a little bit more. It's easier to directly contact and get in touch. It's easier for me to keep track of certain things. Uh, I'm not sure if I'm going to move. I do have a post here on the community post that I take requests on for this series, and I'm teeter-tottering on whether or not to move it all to the Discord so it's easier for me to keep track. But I know not everybody has Discord, and I want to be able to give anybody that enjoys coming and hanging to the channel a chance to make a request and everything. But just trying to work my way through a lot of stuff. I get a lot of requests, and from different avenues. I'm trying to consolidate a lot of things to one area so it's way easier for me to keep track of. But hell yeah, I enjoyed the fuck out of that. That bagpipe was badass. MVP to the bagpipe. Um, so once again, Otis, thank you for making the request. And stay positive, stay rocking. I'll catch y'all in the next one.